Hi everyone, my name is Emily and I'm the young adult librarian at the Rock Island Public Library, and today's book for this book talk is On the Come Up by Angie Thomas. And this book, I was trying to think of something that would kind of fit with our summer reading theme, which is Find Your Voice. And then I saw online that there was actually, after this book came out, there was a journal sort of like in keeping with the themes of this book, and it's a tie-in. It's called Make Some Noise, Find Your Voice, and in this book we meet a girl and her name is Bree, short for Brianna, and she is at the very start of her career as a rapper, which is to say, in the very first chapter, she is going to be competing in, well, actually, sorry, first chapter, she's still at school. But she gets word from the person who runs the ring, which is like, it's a boxing gym by day, but at night it's a place where people can come and perform. Like, there's already local people who have gone on to become famous in the world of rap. But if you're just starting out, this can be your big break because, I mean, videos that come out of the ring, they can go viral. And for Brianna, this is a big deal. She actually ends up competing against the son of her dad's former manager, because her dad was like an underground sort of, I mean, even now he is a legend. He was somebody who was starting to really make it as a rapper, and then he died when Brianna was really little. So Brie knows, okay, I want to make it big, but what ends up happening, unfortunately, first of all, should preface this by saying, good news, she wins the battle. She wins against Miles. Miles with a Z is kind of how his dad is having him present himself, which we find out later in the book, this isn't really him, this isn't exactly what he wants. But he learned his stuff in advance, and Brie's talent is she can freestyle, and it's off the top of her head. It's extemporaneous, so it's not something she rehearses or plans in advance, which is kind of against the spirit of the thing. But that's the good news. Good news, she did well in this ring battle. And there's a video, and she's thinking, okay, this is a great start. I'm finally going to start building some momentum and making a name for myself, independent of my dad, because at the start of the book, people just know her as her dad's daughter, and she is that, and she's proud of that, but also this is frustrating because she wants to make it, you know, based on her own talent and not because of who her dad was. Now, bad news, the next day at school, Brianna, she gets there, goes through the metal detector, and it doesn't go off, but the school security guard still insists on searching her bag. And Brianna says no, because the metal detector didn't go off. And she has also been doing a thing to make money. She's been selling candy at school. Her mom's whole thing, her mom has gotten clean and has struggled with addiction, or did when Brianna was younger. So now she's kind of got this thing like, no, I want you to focus on school. I don't want you trying to have a job on top of that. But Brianna, she wants to have some money. She's in high school, so she's been selling candy bars. And this is against school policy, and when the candy bars get found, okay, this is a whole thing. Like, Brianna didn't want this to happen, but instead of just opening her bag and telling her, hey, I'm confiscating this, no, the guard literally forces her to the ground and zip ties her hands behind her. And somebody makes a video of this. Somebody records this happening. In fact, I think it's one of her best friends. And because of this, it doesn't get out there online right away. But once it's out there, I mean, Bree knows after this incident, I mean, she's really angry. And her aunt really is like her biggest champion at the start of the book. You know, her mom is a little bit skeptical, wants Brianna to focus on school and not having a career in rap, because like in any entertainment field, this can be sort of like a volatile or uncertain path to take. But Brianna's aunt gets her some time in a recording studio. And that's when Brianna records this song. And it's called On the Come Up. And the chorus goes, but you can't stop me on the come up. You can't stop me on the come up. And it gets big online. It does really well. But because of this footage of Brianna being manhandled by the school security guard, eventually it starts to get out there online. Oh, this is a song that it's against police, or it's against it's a violent song, and this kid, you know, she's a criminal. And of course, no, she's a kid. She's in high school. But her dad's old manager, he wants to use this. His whole thing is, hey, no publicity is bad publicity. We need to lean into this. This can be your persona. This could help you get famous fast. You want to be rich? You want to make $1 million next month? Okay, then let's go. But Brianna doesn't want to do that. She wants to make it, but as herself, not as this idea of who she is, what other people have already decided about her based on where she's from. And again, this video of her being mistreated by the security guard. So the book is about Brianna trying to make it on her own terms as a rapper. And I mean, she writes great songs, she freestyles really well, she has the skills, and she's got this moment of viral fame, but she also kind of has to figure out who she's going to listen to. I mean, is she going to listen to her dad's former manager and go along with him? Yes, he's found success, yes, he's found wealth, but Brianna wants to be true to who she is, and she wants to make it not as some caricature of herself, not as, oh, this kid's from a rough neighborhood and she's so tough. That's Brianna, she has a different idea. Brianna doesn't want to pretend to be somebody she's not. And in this book, she has family and friends who are also conscious of this fact. Like when her mom finds out about what she has been doing, like for a while, she doesn't tell her mom about, okay, you know, I'm trying to start my career. Again, her mom has said, no, 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 I don't want that for you. I want you to finish high school at least first. But, I mean, Brianna, she knows that they're struggling. Like her mom, the interesting thing you should know about this book, because it's by Angie Thomas, and if you've read The Hate U Give, this book is not a sequel technically, it's about different characters, but it's taking place in the same neighborhood. And so what you should know here is Brianna's mom had a job as a church secretary, but then after the events of the end of The Hate U Give, the church was damaged and Brianna's mom ends up losing her job. So for a lot of this book, they're really kind of struggling, and Brianna sees her mom having a hard time and she wants to help. Like her idea is, I'm gonna make it, I have to. This isn't just, oh, I want to be so cool, I'm gonna like be a success, I'm gonna be a viral star. It's not just because, oh, well, it would be cool to have more money. I mean, the lights are being shut off in her house, and there's not always very much food in the fridge. And Brianna knows, okay, if I can just start getting paid, I can finally take care of my mom, I can take care of my brother, and we won't have to struggle anymore. So if you like realistic fiction, check this out. Again, if you've read The Hate U Give, you might want to learn more about, I guess, related characters. I feel like certain characters, like from that book, are mentioned here, but they're not part of the plot per se, except that this book, what happens in it is in part connected to The Hate U Give. And thank you for watching. I will see you again soon.